Good evening, everybody. And I was expecting to have done this video and then already maybe be doing a rambling video or like just a free flow video of me sharing some thoughts and talking about certain things that I've been meaning to go into depth about and I just haven't done yet. But that being said, I'm going to do a 50 things that really matter and get this out of the way. Before this, I have experimented a little bit. I saw a couple of you guys were able to see me on the live stream. Uh, Let me get this out of the way too. Hit the like button, please, and subscribe if you haven't. Share the videos everywhere you are on Facebook or any of the social medias. Of course, you don't look for me on Facebook anymore. You might find an account there, but it was hacked. It's not me. That hadn't been me. Same with Instagram. You may find a great cloudy day there, but it's not me running the account. It hadn't been for months. Anyway, let's knock this out. Oh, what I was saying is so apparently if I turn on the hotspot to this phone that I'm using to record right now, connect this old Motorola phone that I have that was a boost phone to the hotspot, that Motorola has the capacity to allow me to do the live stream. And I think that's what is the issue is I downgraded when I bought this phone. I went with like about a 10 or $20. I don't remember. It was a difference in a $50 or $60, and this was $40. I don't know. But I didn't think it would. Now I'm curious if I get an SD card, if that will help expand memory. I don't know how that works. I know it does. It'll take away from some of the storage space off of the phone, and it should free up some of the memory. Is what I'm thinking. Uh, but we will see. It's either that or I get another phone. You know, until I get a laptop again and get all that stuff going again. We'll get into that another day. Butterflies, number 48 from 50 Things That Really Matter. Oh, did I say I'm Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment? Hey, I'm just winging this one. I didn't think I was even going to make this video. I was trying to do the live thing so I can go live. I seen two of you guys on there, Victoria and Mila. I seen you. And then it's like somebody was on there. Then my stream got ended and then I came back. And anyway, I'll either try it later today. Probably not though. Probably try it again tomorrow and see how it goes. I don't know how long I can run it without it having any problems. But I'm just excited that I can do it again. So here we go. Butterflies. When I was scraped knee, when I was a scraped knee, blonde, pigtailed kid, there was an open plot at the end of my block that was left to flower. It was a small field in comparison to a meadow, but within a small city where it wasn't meant to be, it seemed huge. All kinds of wildflowers prospered there, from ivory, Queen Anne's lace, and purple clover to yellow buttercups and black eyed Susans, to burnt orange Indian paintbrushes and those light blue flowers that seem to be so rare these days. To this field, to this field came dozens of butterflies. There were the regular white ones and pale yellow ones. All of these were easy to catch with our hands and seemed to flutter aimlessly, not even caring if they landed on a nectar bearing flower. Then there were monarchs, the majestic queens of the field. They effortlessly glided from flower to flower, coldly evading our nets, always inspiring with their beauty, but never close enough to touch. One summer day, there must have been a mass hatching or a migration because the air was filled with orange and black waves as the monarchs sailed through the neighborhood. They were everywhere. In the trees, on the bushes nearby, even dancing in the air right in front of me. It was like a dream. Now, when things around me seem gray, I remind myself of that day. I look through my child's eyes back to the magic of the monarchs and know that beauty truly exists. Now, let me share a little. When I read this the other day, I read it yesterday to myself, or like the day before. I've read it, and then I touched on it this morning and realized I'd read it. So anyway, it reminded me of right during the time when before I really learned uh, that I would be going by Gray Cloud back in 2008. I was at a drug recovery place before I went into them woods with my with a guy from there that I took under my wing as an apprentice. You know, like in order to move up as a wizard, as a teacher, as a uh, wise person, sage, whatever you want to call it, you have to be able to pass on some things. You know, it's like I can't, and I have to be willing to always grow. Anyway, the point being is before we did go out into the woods and I officially became a gray cloud and stuff and lived in them woods for 3 months by the lake and all that. And we were still at the drug recovery place. We on the weekends would we had found this really cool spot to go to, and on the weekends, you know, you we had like after you'd been at that recovery place for a while, you could freely go after a month of being there, and we could sign out, and we would go like on a Saturday to these spots that we found that were like a few miles away from where the recovery place was, but we'd found like some hills that we walked up and got into some wooded area, and I remember the first time we discovered this area, we came all the way to the top of this big hill, and we didn't think we was going to go all the way to the top, but we did. And there was like a power line or like a huge. I don't think it was a cell tower. It was a electrical tower that runs big cables across to run electricity or something. But you know, we come up into this field, and then there's that thing standing there with, but the field's kind of grown up about chest high, and just millions and millions of monarchs were there, just like fluttering all over the place. It was a very magical experience. And this was a time where what we were doing, we had found a place that we claimed it to be, you know, New Camelot, and we claimed it to be, well, we called it Camelot, and then had the dragon's blood, the veins in the earth where you could see things had been cut out where water had ran through there thousands and thousands of years ago, but it made these things that we would call dragon's veins. Anyway, those were very magical spots that are not there anymore. They were off of the interstate in Tennessee, like in between Smyrna or no Laverne, Tennessee, and Nashville somewhere. And at some point after we had left there, so many years later, the land that we had as a sacred spot and seen all them butterflies and all that different stuff that we explored was plowed over and made. I guess there's houses there, probably some strip malls and all that kind of different stuff. Probably some factories along that interstate stretch there where they cleared all that out. Uh, now I don't. I think the camp spot. See, that was a whole nother spot. We camped over in Smyrna and by the lake, Percy Priest Lake. I'm sure that the camping area is still there. It wasn't an official camp area, but we went and found a really cool spot, and it was right off of the walking trail. You know, you had a little paved walking trail, and you also had a fishing dock over there and a place where boats could go into the water. So I'm sure if I went back there, I could find the camp again. Probably, I imagine if nobody's messed with them, the prayer circles I built are still there. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. I just thought that was a cool memory to share with you. Uh, Wish me luck on getting this live stream going again. Like once I get it going and we can communicate back and forth, I'm really going to be excited to do that and keep in touch with you guys on a regular basis again, like in real time. So until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud here, Sage of the Eternal Moment, over and out. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. And ditto equals I love you.